Um, Welcome back to Slice of Anime with your hosts Adrian and Norby, where we talk about everything anime. Our podcast is also on YouTube, so feel free to check that out. All right, this is episode number 2. Where we're gonna review the anime called Dorohedoro. So, by the way, we were supposed to upload episode number 2 last week, but we had technical difficulties, which I'll go on in a bit on what happened and what we were supposed to cover. Though if you're interested in anime figure unboxings, you can watch that on our YouTube channel. We'll be posting those from time to time, and right now there's actually one of Echidna from ReZero, the Witch of Greed. So if you want to watch that, it's on there. Anyways, we do in fact, well, this is a disclaimer, and we do in fact review anime with spoilers, as it's the proper way of reviewing our content, or not our content, but reviewing these animes. We also don't discuss the anime at hand before we record, so everything we share as of now between me and Adrian, we this is like genuine and genuine reviews and critique, I guess. This is the first time we'll be sharing it since we talked about watching it. So we don't construct any bias between our views, so they don't conflict or whatever. So anyways, we did not post one last Monday. That is when we're supposed to post one, and we didn't because we had some issues with audio. Something wasn't like fucking getting caught on there. So we figured out the problem, and we'll make sure it doesn't happen again. It was some stupid ass problem, but that was going to be actually our first official review on here on this podcast. So to recap what we were supposed to recap or review, it was supposed to be High Rise Invasion, which is on Netflix. It was a cool concept, right? There were many high schoolers that seemed to be playing a survival game to then be chosen as a god, but with certain rules, of course, that involved a whole lot of skilled, quirky and violent characters being mind controlled through these masks that they wear, and it started off pretty interesting. It really pulled me in for a bit, but then it kind of fell off after like a few episodes, after like 3 or 4. And so to sum it up, of course, this is just a recap, very brief. We're gonna talk about Dorohedoro in a bit, but to recap that, if you're really bored, watch it. It's corny as fuck though, but if you're into that, watch it. It's gory. It's well animated. Yeah. So if you like that, the visuals are pretty satisfying. A lot of there's like like 4-ish cool scenes that I really enjoyed. Honestly, they're pretty fucking good. I will admit though, there's like a handful of of those scenes, but it did fall off again. So if you're looking for an immersive and elaborate story, with deep emotion, well, you're not gonna get that here. So keep on moving.
Yeah, for sure.
In my book, it's a 6 out of 10. Perhaps the second season makes up for it, and we're thinking about whether to watch it or not. And we probably might, but first season pretty ass. Anyways, that's that. I don't know. Do you want to say anything about the last anime that we were supposed to review? Any thoughts?
High Rise Invasion. Yeah, just to keep it brief, just to kind of skim over it. Overall, to me, the experience was like average at best. I just feel like it was a little confusing, and I feel like just in general, it did have like tons of good scenes. Well, not tons of good scenes. It had a couple good scenes and like a decent amount of fighting scenes that I thought were actually pretty well animated and pretty well
it was
made. Yeah. But overall, it's just honestly like it's not an anime that I would like come and like rave about. And if you have never watched anime in your life, whatever, this would never be like the first show to watch or whatever. It's just I think the episode messing up was kind of like like a sign telling us to don't put it out because it was no good. Hopefully,
yeah, that's true.
Hopefully, if season 2 makes up for it, we might check it out. We probably will, but we're not really like super looking forward to it. Like we're not super enthusiastic on the series, like as it stands.
Yeah. All right. So that was pretty much that anime, which was fuck, I already forgot what it's called.
High Rise Invasion.
anime called High Rise Invasion on Netflix. So I mean, if you're into that again, check it out. It's on Netflix. I said.
Yeah.
Anyways, moving forward, there's another one on Netflix which has one season and one OVA, which we confirmed that we did not watch because it's an OVA and we're not here to talk about that. Plus, it's very different. I actually was gonna watch it, but it's really different. Like the whole animation is whatever. Anyways, this is Dorohedoro. Let's go over the background of it. In this world, magic exists, and people who use magic are called sorcerers. Within this world, there's a place called the Hole, which is a district full of like chaos, murder, and death, mostly caused by these sorcerers practicing their magic. And one day, a man named Kaiman fell victim to a sorcerer's spell, which replaced his head with that of a lizard's and erased his memories. Though in doing so, he also strangely became immune to like this magic. It's really weird. It's a mystery as to how and why any of this happened to him. So throughout the season, he sets out a mission to find those answers with a very close friend and amazing cook of his, Nikaido. And it, strangely enough, there's a lot of masks in this anime as well, but and they're really weird. But that's the background of it. You wanna re-listen and what you thought of it?
I guess at first the overarching like concept of the show. So I had no idea what the show was going into it. Like I've heard the name before. Especially when I was looking at who Mappa Studio was. You know, this was one of their more prominent things, or like one of the more recent things, and I had no idea what to expect, except that I heard that it's pretty crazy, and to be honest with you, like it is exactly that. I think
it was confusing as fuck going into it. I was like really lost.
For sure, at first. Yeah, I started getting it, honestly, for like, I was a little lost for like the first couple of episodes. But once I really started getting it and got into it, I like just, I thought it was pretty enjoyable, to be honest, because it's an anime that it's also not taking itself too seriously. And I think I love it when things do that because like it allows, for all sorts of, like it had a, well, it's a weird anime. It's also a little gory with like, a lot of blood and things like that, a lot of nasty looking things. But it also has like a lot of comedy with it, like I believe the characters, give certain lines where I actually like laughed or at least, smirked or chuckled.
Yeah, it's pretty it's hard to predict in this whole anime. Like it was like really hard to like see what the fuck was gonna happen because they could easily make a turn like just like that and like without any heads up or any inferencing or anything to go on. It was just that type of anime. Like they didn't care. Everything was like mad comedic and like mad humor. Even in death, like when people died, they just shrug it off like fuck it. And so that's what's kind of cool of it. And I don't know. I personally enjoyed it. It was very like what the fuck is happening. It was really freaky too because there's like a lot of like animals and I don't know. It was like really weird how they played into it. But it's funny as fuck. It's they have fun with this anime. You can tell like in every fucking there was like never really a dull moment, right? I don't know if you could agree. I think there was like I wasn't really bored at all. There was always something, even if it was stupid. It was something going on.
Yeah. Honestly, like I like that it always did keep me engaged because like they'll crack jokes and even during death and things like that. I feel like all of that just kind of fit the grittiness, the world of like I just think everything like blended pretty well together. Not that I don't have my issues with the show, but I think for the concept of it and especially the not knowing like what was gonna happen, I mean I thought it was pretty entertaining. And like there was a bit of CGI used, and to be honest with you, I was pretty surprised how much I didn't mind it. Like usually I'm a big hater of CGI because even the main protagonist, Kaiman, was CGI for like, like for all of it. I'm not sure if it was all of it or
everything.
most
I think every character, like every movement that you saw was all CGI. Like it was maybe the background was 2D.
I could have sworn I've seen some anime.
I don't know, to be honest. It was like it all looked to me as like CGI is like what is this other anime called on Netflix? But I've seen this one and like that was like full on 3D like everything, and this one like seemed like the same. I don't know, unless like 70% of it is CGI. But to me, I just took it all
Most
in
of
as
it,
like, yo,
yeah.
this is
No,
this is 3D as
yeah.
fuck.
For sure, most of it. But the second, I guess, main protagonist will be Nikaudu, right? Is that how you pronounce her name?
Nikaido, I think.
Yeah,
Yeah, the
Nikaido.
blonde chef.
And
chef
yeah, and there were scenes of her when she was like just regular hand drawn, and like I could tell because like you see the transition, but overall like there was a lot of CGI used, but I thought that especially in this case in this like crazy world, then it kind of added to the jokes. I thought it was actually like
it fit. It was
CGI.
it's refreshing too. It's very different. You know, you're always used to like the standard 2D, or even if you watch 3D on your own, which is probably a select few of you. I'm pretty sure a lot of people don't watch that, or they prefer to watch that. But it's definitely like something different, and you like it's a fresh breath of air, I guess, and you know you get to really enjoy the difference, and also like the advantages of what you can do in CGI and 3D. So like there's a lot of cool scenes that you don't normally see that on 2D animation or whatever the fuck the standard. Like when they moved, I remember there's one scene where there's like it's the cart. They're seeing one side, and then they move to another angle of this fucking food cart, and like just that alone, which is something so stupid, but something so little. Yeah, it was like it really was. You don't see that like ever, and it's so cool. It was so cool to me. I don't know why, but it was just cool shots and shit overall with that, and I really actually enjoyed the art style a lot. And when it came to the music, honestly, I don't really pay attention to the music too much, like within the story. Like I pay attention to the opening and the closing songs, but I don't know why, like I just zone out. I'm like, not that I zone out, but I'm like too zoned into like what's happening in the story that I don't really pay attention to the background music or whatever the fuck, like the effects or anything like that. That's not really, I don't know, I don't pick up on that. But the opening and the closing, they're weird. They're really weird as shit. I don't know, it's freaky, but I actually liked it over time. I actually was like it's eerie. It's like very like I don't know what the fuck words to use. Is freaky, like suspenseful, very eerie though. But at first I didn't like it at all. But then I started liking it. I started enjoying like it made sense with everything that was going on. It was just this weird ass song that they put that matches up with this weird ass anime, and it just made
and
sense.
The visuals
it just made sense
of the intro. And the visuals
I actually
were like pretty
that.
trippy. Yeah, they were like pretty
it is
trippy,
yeah.
and pretty cool. And you know what it did? So in the show, what at least so far what is portrayed as the main antagonist is called N, and so he's also a sorcerer, just like a lot of the characters, you know, that use the black magic.
Yeah.
Like I believe his power was right? He turns people into mushrooms.
Yeah, he like turns things in like any living thing into mushrooms, right? Yeah.
Into mushrooms, yeah. So like every sorcerer has unique powers, and you know they get pretty creative. Like I don't know why he's turning people into mushrooms, but like with that, it kind of like I don't know. I kind of took it as like you're almost on shrooms when like you're watching like the intro, you know, with like all the colors
that's
the
funny,
pattern.
Yeah, I didn't think of that.
Like that's the vibe that I got from it. That is like, oh shit, like it's supposed to be a very trippy, weird, gritty anime, and I'm on the same. Honestly, maybe. for the first 2 episodes. So when I first saw the trailer, when I first saw the show, I was a bit apprehensive because just the alligator head was just kind of, you know, like not alligator head, lizard head. Was you know kind of weird. I wasn't
like,
really fucking with it. Yeah, but like once I started to get it, once it started to make sense, and once I saw the female, I can't remember her name for whatever reason, the female protagonist. Yeah,
Nikaido. Yeah, Nikaido.
Yeah, when I saw her have her little monologue about when you know she was a sorcerer too.
Yeah, that was actually shocking.
Yeah, because at first I was like, I was like, oh shit, and you know, like at that moment, which you know, it's not that late in the show, it's pretty early in the show, like things kind of started, you know, like I really started getting interested and really wanted wanted me to keep trying to figure out what's their relationship and why is she there if she knows that he doesn't like sorcerers or whatever the case may be. And
which we find out why and stuff, and it's really cool. I was like wondering what the hell's gonna happen between him and her, because clearly this lizard guy doesn't fuck with sorcerers like at all, especially after what the fuck happened to him. But then again, it's like his memories all like erased pretty much from when he became a lizard. So it's like really, to me it was weird as to why he actually like very like he dislikes these sorcerers, other than the fact that he got turned into a fucking lizard head
by a sorcerer
because of
which
one.
I mean,
and I guess he did lose his memory because of one too. So that gives you a right, but it's just like that gives you a good reason, I guess. But like I don't know. I would think like it's very easy to like if your best friend became or like they came out to be as like, oh, yo, I'm a sorcerer, then you'd be like, I guess you're cool. They were like really showing it as not like that at all. They were saying it. They were showing it as like, oh, they cannot be friends. Like that is like that's where the line is, which is a little bit weird to me. You see where I'm coming from? Like I'm pretty sure after what the fuck happened to you because of whatever reason and you turned into a lizard head, I'm pretty sure you have some leeway by still being friends with this fucking chick that's still a sorcerer. Like I'm pretty sure that's fine. But it was that was a little bit weird to me. But but yeah. That was a little bit weird. I like the fight scenes kind of. Like I think it wasn't that great, it wasn't like a fucking like a Fate Zero, Fate Stay or anything like that. It wasn't like smooth animations either, but like I don't know, it reminded me of like this retro Street Fighter. I don't know why, but like I get the Street Fighter vibes from it. They're just so awky and moving around like so like heavy. I don't know, and like the way they fight is like melee a lot of the times.
They use some slow motion, which like always looked cool. I thought that the slow motion really added to it. Yeah. And the choice of weapons, like when one of the antagonists, they used the hammer as a weapon. I thought that was pretty cool.
And they gave a background story of why he uses that. Yeah.
And what really caught me about this show, that it's so crazy and like so like just weird that they made it so that honestly I found
I really liked Abusu.
Shin and Noi. When Shin and Noi, like they were the two partners that were hired.
I forgot their names too, but yeah.
Yeah, they had a lot of screen time. Yeah, they had a lot of screen time, but I was never like, how sometimes you could watch a show, and that the like character that you don't really like is on the screen most of the time, and you're just kind of like, oh man, I really don't want to watch this show.
Bro, I actually liked. You didn't really get that here.
No, I actually liked their characters and their relationships, and like the scenes of them together I always thought was entertaining, and it almost kind of makes you like both the protagonist and the antagonist at the same time. I thought it was pretty dope,
you get attached to not only the fucking the main characters, but like also like the villains in the story, I guess, if they are villains. I don't know, maybe there's something deeper in the next season that maybe they're not. Maybe they become friends, who fucking knows. But unless you read the manga, of course. But like I don't, and so I think that was pretty cool. Yeah, we do not. But it was cool. It was really hard to really like dislike a character. Like what you said before, if they're on screen, there's usually somebody, at least one fucking person that you might not really give a fuck about. You're like, just get this scene over with. I want to go back to these guys. But I didn't really see that at all. I swear, I'm telling you, there was not really a dull moment at all in this show.
Even
interesting.
Even like the useless henchmen, like Ibusu and the guy, like they didn't really do much, but they were pretty funny. They had some good scenes, so I feel like everything just really played well with each other.
Really liked Ebusu. I think that's my favorite character, Ebusu, and just because of how fun they made her. Yeah, like she was just like that. She was just like that side character that's just like didn't go fuck, did whatever, and just have fun with whatever she had. It's a she or he. I don't even know what the fuck. She's always wearing this fucking skull mask, and I also like the design. A lot of it is because I like the design too. It's a she. So
she's a she.
Yeah. A lot of it was because like how she looked and how they just portrayed her. My favorite scene is gonna sound so stupid, but like my favorite scene is when like she actually throws up in this bag of a body, right? I believe in the car or some shit. It was so funny. I was Like the way she threw up and how and like it just came out. Like it's not like he winded back to do it. It just like it just I don't know. That scene was mad funny to me. I was actually crying. But yeah, I actually fucked with her. That's my favorite character, to be honest. Do you have like a favorite character or?
My favorite character, probably Shin.
Shin, yeah. Yeah, no, he's cool too. I'm not gonna lie, and with the hammer too, they gave him like a background story too with
his hammer, and then his his power that like he could disassemble your limbs but still keep you alive.
Yeah, that shit is freaky. I'm like,
yeah, that was
pretty. And but that Noid chick could like heal anything, right, or like regenerate anything, or that's just kind of crazy.
Yeah, her magic
what's crazier is the Kaidos. Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh dang. And but what's crazier though to me is how Nikaido has like this, like the ability that everyone's looking for, or I guess what that mushroom guy is looking for. Which I don't think she really used it too much, or did she? I don't know. I don't even know if I spotted her using it at all, or
no,
or a little bit of it.
Only the door thing
to save. Oh, that's how. Okay, yeah.
But I'm not sure if that's it though. I'm not gonna say to knock like I know if that's exactly it. So I guess we'll have to wait for it. See, but unlike High Rise Invasion, I'm looking forward more to the second season of this, because I thought it was done justice. Damn.
They had an OVA, so it's like 12 episodes, but like they have an OVA right on the Netflix thing, which I don't think they really do too much on Netflix when they have anime. They don't really put OVAs on there. They like they don't give a fuck about that for some reason. But it was here. But it was really weird. That like was legit, I think 2D as fuck. And they just did it like frame by frame. Like it wasn't really like an anime. It was like it's like they had this shit on a page. And they just
like
flipping pages.
Show.
It was really weird. Yeah, it was like some weird shit like that. So I didn't watch it because I was like, I don't really care. This is like some filler shit. And to be honest, there is a lot of filler shit in here though. There's a lot of shit that they just put in there because they don't care. So maybe that doesn't justify why I'm not watching the OVA. But it was more because of how it looked and how they just did the whole art style differently. And I was just like, nah, I'm good. I think it was black and white too. I'm not sure. Maybe it wasn't. But I was just not watching that. Though honestly, I really fucked with it. The opening song is weird as shit. I think there's like some guy screaming in the background. It's like he's doing some weird like tribal shit. I actually I watched like 10 seconds of it each episode and then I skipped it.
Yeah, I watched it for first episode.
Yeah, it's freaky. It's really freaky. They have like a guy that's like tribal as fuck just in the back, like like some Tarzan ass motherfucker. It was I don't know. It was weird, but I actually give it an 8 out of 10. And the closing is like a 7 out of 10. It was upbeat, but I think what's more memorable is the opening one. To be honest, yeah. Like if I think of the show, I'm gonna remember that fucking opening like all the time. So yeah, I think it was pretty fucking dope.
Now
I was very confused. Yeah. So if you're ever confused watching this, like as fuck, like we were in the same boat for like
so
the
don't
first
feel too bad. Yeah, episodes. Like just keep watching it and maybe you'll get more of it.
Things are gonna make sense, especially during the last few episodes. Things are gonna make a lot more sense.
Now the things I didn't like about it, or the things that to me left something to be desired, was is the fact that I just feel like I still don't know too much. And it's like, wow, yeah, it's a wait for the second season, but it's like I feel like the first season
you have all these questions and they solve like they solve it. Some answers get, they provide you with some answers, but some of them they give you an answer with another question. So it's like yeah, I understand exactly what you mean. I wish they gave me more to go on, but they just kept giving you more questions and shit. So I mean, maybe that's the fucking meta behind these plot making shits. But I was into it. I actually, even as confused as you may be, fuck it, like it's still pretty good.
Yeah, so that's just a slight knock. And my personal preference, if I could have a traditional 2D animation over CGI fully, I would. It's not a big complaint, just more, if I would, what I would rather have. But honestly, like for what the show is supposed to be, I don't have a lot of complaints for it. I thought it was, entertaining enough to keep you hooked. I thought the plot was enticing enough to make you ask questions in the first place, and the answers not be right in front of your face, which keeps you guessing, which I think is what makes a good show. Not that you know all the answers by so quick, because you can kind of just figure it out. And like so, just I think it was meant to be a crazy show. If you ask anybody, that was the intention, and I think they accomplished that very well. Even a quick Google search, on Google, the audience rating summary is at a 4.9 and 96%. Well, they're speaking about the manga though, but still, no, this is about the anime. Well, Google could be a little weird with it, but regardless, like people are fans of the show.
Yeah, they fuck with it. So clearly, yeah.
There's a lot of chaos, and it's pretty weird. And if you like weird shit, if you're a weird person yourself, this show's for you, man. Shout out to all my weird people.
Yeah, like you'll enjoy it. Even if you think you're not, bro, you probably are. You probably unlock your weirdness to watching this. It's pretty chaotic. It's pretty nutty. And I really like. Yeah, a lot of anime. I feel like I do understand what the fuck is happening. And that alongside with the animations, a bit of a refresher is that like they do give you a lot to go on. Too much, like it's a little bit overwhelming, and you have to ask yourselves a lot of these questions. And I feel like a lot of people, I guess most viewers will probably catch on fairly quickly. Though here you're probably gonna be stuck a bit, and you might actually appreciate that more. So it's really cool in that aspect as well. So I do agree there. I would have to give it. Oh, but also do not like overanalyze it too much, because you're gonna go insane. Because like they straight up do not give you that many answers like at all. Even if you look into it, even if you're like, what the fuck is happening? Let me rewatch it. Like you're probably still not gonna like know what the fuck is happening. They're just like that. They just give you all these twists.
The show's meant to be crazy. Just enjoy. Just enjoy the ride. So, don't turn your brain off too much, because you still gotta comprehend what's going on. But just relax.
And things will slowly come in. And thoughts will connect, and things will make sense. I would give this like an 8 out of 10. Solid.
8 out of 10 solid?
Yeah, that's what I think.
I give it like, if I were to give it a rating, it'd be a 7.5 out of 10. I really enjoyed it too. I thought it was a good show. I give it a 7.5 out of 10. Yeah, because I'm a person, at least when I finish watching, they settle something, like I like some sort of answers, and I feel like I got none. But as long as the second season comes out, doesn't take too long to come out. I'm for sure gonna watch it. Well, we're gonna watch it. I'm very interested, and we're probably gonna review that one too when the time comes. Because I think
definitely, I see that more than the fucking other anime. Yeah, I see that. I see watching that season, the next season of this shit, than the fucking than the Invasion one, the last anime that we were supposed to talk about, which
High Rise Invasion. Yeah. Man, listen, that was a disappointment.
I'd forget about that show. Probably. Yeah.
If I were to those two shows have no comparison, and whoever told me that High Rise is the best Netflix one is a fucking liar. The best Netflix anime so far for me is Dorohedoro. I haven't seen all of them. We're going to keep going on the list and keep getting through them, but for now, it's been my favorite.
Yeah. And there is Attack on Titan on Netflix, but to be honest, they only have one season, so like
that shit don't count. And that's one season.
No, but but there's also you don't even have to complete anything. So even in that sense, it still is up there. But then again, it's only one season. You can watch the rest of the seasons somewhere else, and you'll definitely know that Attack on Titan is supreme. But I think this was definitely worth the watch. The masks are weird. Way better than the last anime that we were watching.
But the masks are weird, but they add some kind of, I don't know, I feel like it gives every character life.
Yeah, a persona. Everybody looks
interesting. Yeah, everybody's interesting looking, and I thought
that's why I really liked it. So it was freaky, but it made sense. It really made sense.
Even the environment of the whole, the gritty, the dark, and just the visuals and the background. I think everything just captivated the show of of what it was trying to do, and I think it succeeded. And
the magic is very broad too. You can have the most random shit ever People can make
and it's not
they can
just
turn
like
you into an animal or insects. People can make mushrooms out of fucking like living things.
So it's slightly
like
more
you can
unique
manipulate
stuff.
all types of shit. Yeah.
It's not like they're throwing a fireball or like something like that. It's more
it's
like,
not like some standard wavy shit that you'd expect.
Yeah,
like on fairy
everybody
tale or
has
some
their
shit.
powers that do certain things, and there's you know obviously better sorcerers and weaker ones. You know, so
I will say that I already forgot his name, but the guy that hangs out with Ebisu, the fucking guy in the beginning that got his friend killed because of the lizard guy. You know what I'm talking about, right? The partner of Ebisu that he's always with, that she's always with. He actually, I'm not gonna lie. I guess I was rethinking it up to now, but yeah, I guess he's like that character that if he did show up on the scene, I would fucking like I'd be like, damn, like I actually cannot wait for this thing to like move by. But
Ibusu
the fact
helped,
that Ebisu, yeah, exactly. She played a perfect balance there, so I could actually, so it's worth like watching it. There was always something going on. Like if he fucking was boring and doing nothing, or he's just lame as shit, which he kind of was, and Bisu makes up for it because, you know, with all the fun shit that she'd be doing, all the quirky shit. That, and I enjoyed that. I don't know, they really knew how to fucking balance everything pretty fucking well. And throughout the whole fucking season, it's pretty nutty what you could do with some random ass shit. Like I really wonder what the fuck they came up with originally and how it played out and what changed from that original idea. Yeah, so like it's really crazy how these people think. I really wonder what the fuck was on their storyboard at first. But that overall a well-made show, honestly. I really wonder where the manga's at. Not that I'm gonna read it, but like I'm just curious as to like what the fuck. I should probably see what chapter is on or something, just so I can have an idea of like what to expect. Maybe not, but like just have an idea of like how many more seasons to expect in that sense. But yeah, fuck manga anyway. So yeah, I think that was pretty good. I don't know.
Okay, the manga did finish in
it did fit. Okay, look at that. Yeah.
Chapter 166.
Holy shit. See, I thought it was still going on. I thought like this show's like kind of brand new. Like the manga came out last year.
It was published.
And then
No, the manga was published in I believe 2000, the year 2000, 1999. Well, one of those two. So it's it's a very old show.
So it means it's long as shit. Like what the fuck?
I don't
even know what to expect.
Yeah, I'm not really sure. And demographics. Well, I don't know if I'll call it a shonen, but it was a very entertaining show, man. That's all I gotta say about it. It's fun. Yeah. I recommend it to pretty much anybody who wants to have a fun time with an anime and not, you know, be super duper serious. You know, I just think
you're not gonna be bored unless you're like closed minded or shit. But I think that's pretty much what covers it all. I don't know. The next anime we're gonna watch is gonna be not The Great Pretender. we were like flipping a coin because of it was either The Great Pretender or The Daily Life of the Immortal King, which is also on Netflix. And just to like so we flipped a coin and it turns out that the winner is The Daily Life of the Immortal King, which kind of works out because it's only one season, rather The Great Pretender is two. So we can split one season for 1 week and then we'll review that season, then the next we can review the other season or in the future. But this works well because then we don't have to like worry about one season of this anime, then another anime season, and then back to the fucking first one. So it works well anyway. So to give you like a little synopsis behind this Daily Life of the Immortal King for the next episode, I'm gonna actually look it up because they don't have the full thing on Netflix. They give you like some brief ass description. It's like a sentence.
It's like 2 sentences long. It's like.
So this is a quick search. A Daily Life. Doesn't help that all of this isn't Japanese also. So I think it's this one. Not this one. Well, yeah, I kind of enjoyed the CGI on this one though. I'm not gonna lie.
The CGI was
like,
actually pretty well done. It was pretty blended in well.
Yeah, it's different. You know, you're not gonna get what you get on the 2D, of course, obviously, but like for many reasons. But like, you're gonna get things that you don't get on the 2D. Also, you know, it works the same way. So
yeah, for sure.
There's a lot of cool shit there. I cannot find this shit on here.
And for CGI, I actually enjoyed it because I usually don't like CGI.
Yeah, like I don't even want to get into like a lot of the Titans on Attack on Titan, like the way that shit was made. Even though like people might,
I feel like that CGI was not.
Yeah, it was not. Apparently, they released a Blu-ray though. I don't know if you've seen that, but they released a Blu-ray where they changed so much shit. I don't think they changed the CGI too much, but they changed like the shapes. Yeah, they changed like a lot of shit. I don't know. There's like a video on YouTube that you guys should check out if you haven't. Not by us, but like by some random dude.
For most animes that come out with a Blu-ray, yeah, they usually go back and like, you know, touch up things that, you know, prior to the air date they might not have had.
I actually did not know that.
Yeah. Or like, you know, things that they had messed up on. Like I remember they fixed Mikasa's face. Yeah, it's a lot of Blu-rays get like they fix stuff and things look better. The background might be more, you know, detailed because they had, you know, like more time to work on it. Yeah, Blu-rays, you know, they're worth giving a look at. Usually, yeah, some more than others, but yeah,
I might actually get that. To be honest, a Blu-ray, maybe. Who knows? Not really. Everything's digital these days, so you know, I might be fine with that. I mean, maybe in the future if I'm watching with my kid or some shit. Oh, all right. So look, I found it. This is actually based off of a Chinese novel. This anime that we're gonna be watching, The Daily Life of the Immortal King, and this is about the synopsis here. As a cultivation genius who has achieved a new realm every 2 years since he was a year old, just 1 year old, Wang Ling is a near invincible existence with prowess far beyond his control. Now that he's 16, he faces his greatest battle yet, senior high school. Okay. With one challenge after another popping up, his plans for low key high school life seems further and further away. So they didn't really tell me shit. It seems like, but besides that, he's pretty fucking powerful, I guess. So I don't know what to expect. Some teenage bullshit. Who knows? But that's pretty much what you're gonna be expecting. We're gonna find out. And that's pretty much it. I think that's pretty much all we got for now for this episode. We apologize. We were supposed to release one last Monday, but we had stupid issues, mostly from my end. But we figured that out, and that should not happen again. It really shouldn't. So that's pretty much it. And before we go, I just want to say again, if you guys want to leave us a review, please do that on Apple Podcasts or iTunes. I think it's like the same shit. I don't know.
Hey, listen. Even if you don't want to leave us a review, still do. It will, you know, we'll really appreciate it. It'll go a long way to helping us.
Even if it's bad or not. Even if it's bad or not.
Please don't leave us a bad review.
No, hold up. Don't leave us a bad review. But comment it. At least comment it on YouTube to see what we can improve on. All right, but don't put it on a review because you know it's gonna be official. Yeah. I can't delete those.
Yeah, for sure.
But on comments, first I could. Second, you know, we could fucking refine ourselves. We can see what the fuck we can change and improve based on your feedback. That's really what it is. But if you really think this shit is fire, you think you like this, you want to, you know, see more of this, and yeah, of course it's fire or not, then leave us a review on Apple Podcasts. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's like the main place you want to leave reviews. I'm pretty sure there's more. I don't know, but that's like the main.
Subscribe to us on YouTube. Like the video. Yeah, so like, subscribe, leave a review
subscribe.
On Apple Podcast.
And we're on Instagram, Twitter. We're gonna be on that. So you know, check us out on there. So follow all that good stuff. We appreciate it, your time, and hopefully you appreciate ours. I guess that's it. Thanks for listening. All right, we'll see you on the next one.